Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hello, guys. How are you? Welcome to the Handicapable Black Nerd channel. My view of nerdiness and creativity is a whole new tea. Yeah, I still don't have anything exact. I'm still working on it, but hey. Let's get nerding. Okay. So let's get out some nerdy boba. Yeah, I kind of feel like the nerd space needs I'm a boba girl. And actually, I'm going to start getting and drinking matcha too. Yeah, I'm kind of in a glow up, especially since the breakup, and doing. I've been doing a lot of research on self health and nutrition and how to at least try to make myself feel better because these men ain't doing it. So, how can I provide nutrition and self love and happiness for me? And some of you, if you watch the other channel, you already know like, whenever I think about that fool, I lift weights. And now I'm also starting to do steps each day. And my goal is like, if I do enough weights and get strong enough, next year I will be ready for my hand bicycle. And I'm going to be like, one reason it's like I need to get on the candles and the greeting cards and finish this novel. But oh my gosh, I'm so excited because I did some writing and stuff over the last couple of days, and uh and yeah, it's not going to be 2026, it'll be next year. Yeah, for the novel, but I want to make sure it's quality because hearing some of these you booktubers talk about some book, I'm like, ooh, ooh, mm, mm. And I'm already black female with a disability, and my main character is too. I already get enough hate of people saying, "Oh, I'm not going to read it if it has someone with a disability. Oh, I'm not going to read it if the person with the disability doesn't have a happy-go-lucky life." And I'm like, "Well, that's not the reality." So, they don't want to read the reality of people. Some people don't want to have empathy for people and understanding for people. They just want the happily ever after, the fairy tale, the once upon a time like, no, for some of us that's garbage. Okay, our reality is real. The way humanity is, it's not a fairy tale. So get over yourself, get over your privilege. Like, so many people, they don't understand their privilege. It's like when they read a book, it's like sometimes, like, some people, they don't want to read the politics. Why do they have politics in it? Or why do they have to have this in it? Oh, I only read the parts where the people are talking. But then you rate the book. How are you going to rate the book and you don't read the whole thing? Idiots. And I understand if you quit reading the book because it's torture to your eyes and everything like that, or ears if it's, audiobook. But dang. Oh, and that one audiobook reader who was cheating on his wife with some of these authors. Girl. Oh, like what? Now when I interview, like, because once I do this, I do want an audiobook and stuff, but when I interview people, I gotta make sure they're not gonna be cheating on their spouse. Because I don't want that reputation. I don't want audiobook readers who've been cheating on that. No. No, like, I didn't know I'm gonna need to add that to my to-do list or on my interview list. No, babies, no. And for that audio reader, you should be ashamed of yourself. Using your wife and like using the I'm judging. Yeah, I know. Like, hey, I'm a Christian, but I ain't that deep. Like, come on, I'm not in the deep end of the Christian. I'm in the shallow end. I'm in the shallow end. Okay, okay. But anyways, let's get out that nerdy boba, take some sips, and and still don't forget those Epstein files. I'm still gonna get political. I don't even care. But this episode, I've taught about almost, actually no, it's like I keep wondering, did I teach 20 classes? But I did, because I taught at the university too. So yeah, but a lot of times when I teach, oh my gosh, Generation Z. But it's like, because I've been doing so much research, and I paused, but now I'm getting it in my feed about the American education system and how they literally brainwash you and trying to just get you to be a good worker, and they don't want you to be creative. And like, so that's one reason why, like, certain students hated my classes. And my ex's ex-wife, oh, she only wanted to print out, like, she doesn't understand, like, to me, like, some of those students who, yeah, that was like a gold star for me. Because some of those students, they literally came up to me and told me, Professor, I don't like your class because you make me think. Okay, you're welcome. Or when a student, like, yeah, do you know how many students try to threaten me? Do you know how many students try to threaten, especially since I have a disability? They thought they could threaten me if they didn't get an A, what they were gonna do to me. Mm. Because they didn't want to raise their hand and participate, because they didn't want to think, because they want to cheat. Oh, I had a okay, because yeah, it's like I'm getting into the main subject, but one example. I had I created something where it's like, well, there was one who was highly Christian, so she decided she wasn't going to do the project, but when I gave her an alternative, she said no because she knew the main objective was something against her religion. But okay, anyway, I thought it would be a fun project because we had a solar eclipse, and my name means star. So I'm like, like, I love outer space. I love, learning about stuff like that or whatever. And so for fun, I was like, okay, guys, you guys can pretend you're creating a candle based off of your astrology sign, because most people, they get excited about their birthday month or whatever. And then I was like, okay, if you're Christian, you're highly against that if you think that's against your religion, just do it based off your month. Do it based off the season. She refused because she said it was still against her. Okay, do you, boo? But do you know? And then, so I gave the students like 15, 20 minutes to do that, because then they can get on their cell phones and they can look up different things or in their own way. Because I showed them different ways because I was like, it doesn't have to be just plain, this is what this sign means or whatever. So I gave them different examples or whatever. And so after that, I was like, okay, now it's time to create a commercial and a branding, and because that's what we were focusing on during the semester. And then I'm like, and so, do you know, I had one student, she literally she used AI and you literally copied a candle from, I think, one of the Kardashians, or it was one of the really rich, like it was a Hilton or Kardashian, it was one of those really rich, like she literally just copied the candle off of them. Because when she was reading it, I was like, this is impressive. Huh. She's actually, because she normally didn't do any. So I was in shock. But then during break, I had 5 kids come up to me like, yeah, sorry, professor. Yeah, I don't want to snitch, but I'm snitching. Because and it all made sense because they were like, and one of them even showed me the website because she was being nosy, looking over the shoulder and everything like that. And I'm like, what the. See, she couldn't be creative one time, and this is going to be like she always just wants to talk about herself. This is a candle based off of her astrology sign, her own like she got to talk, she got to think about herself. But anyway, later on the semester with branding and the commercial and stuff, I was like, okay, now you guys, with remember your candle projects, because I tell them to keep their exercises with them. They created a burger as well. So I was like, with your burger and candle, now it's time to look for influencers. Yeah, because this is what I'm gonna start needing to do. And so I taught the students how to do that and everything. And like some of the students, they just said, because they have the most followers. That's Have you been paying attention? Have you been paying attention? So then the finals come up, and throughout the entire semester, I kept telling them, just don't do things based off of how many followers. But what did half of the groups do? They have the most followers. But then when they didn't get the grade they wanted, they threatened me and put me down. I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. You didn't pay attention the entire semester and you did exactly what I told you not to do. I showed you step by step what to do. And then you're just gonna keep saying these people have the same or the highest follower count. But then with like one of them got mad and then so I had to show them. Oh, I was like, looked up this one of the influencers and I'm like, this one is it might have been a vegetarian or something. Like, this person wouldn't even consume your product. So why would you send an influencer, like, unless, are you going to just pay them to tell people that it's great and amazing? That's false advertisement. And if they're not even going to try the product, they don't even know what it is like. So when other people try it, how about if they don't like it? Then that's going to go back to the influencer and make them look bad. So don't you want to give it to somebody that might actually enjoy your product? Yeah, yeah. So that's what I'm going to be working on while, like, working on getting grant money and things like that, and with the website. While working on the websites and the photographs, I need to start thinking about who will compliment and who will, well, not compliment, but hmm, yeah, actually, who would compliment the image of what I'm trying to do, and who do I think would like or enjoy and give an honest opinion, because some people that I think might enjoy, they might not. But they might be good people who, like, they might say why they don't, but then they might say who it's a good fit for, and it might still be a good fit for the people that follow them. So, but yeah, so it's like, so I'm going to be doing all of the steps that I've been teaching my students, because a lot of my students, even after I teach them and repeat myself over and over and over again, they still. But then, oddly enough, I had one of my students last year who did exactly what I told you guys. I was like, oh, because they have the most followers. They actually wrote me saying that they're starting their own business. And yeah, they didn't. Oh, yeah, I know I didn't really pay attention in class and stuff. And I mean, I didn't really think, marketing is a big deal because, it's like, I mean, just running the business is the main objective. But I'm starting my own business now. And yeah, I didn't really take any notes. I didn't really pay any attention. But I was just wondering if we could sit down and you can start, reteach me everything. Huh, huh, huh. So guess what I wrote back? How much are you paying? Oh, well, I mean, you say you volunteer. I thought this would be a great opportunity for you to give back and volunteer. Haha, you're choking on that white privilege, aren't you? You're choking on that white male privilege. You really have the audacity to think that, like, nah, you sat in my classroom. You had the opportunity. It's like, even with all of the articles and YouTube, like, guys, I looked up some of the best YouTubers, the business marketing YouTubers, and I could, like, each week I would show them some and articles and things like that. And like I base, like, with my syllabus and everything like that, like, if you refuse, and I would even tell the students, save these videos and or subscribe and listen to some of them. It's like, which, because whatever, even if you're in finance, when you finance a project and when the marketing team is saying they're going to do A, B, and C, because I went through every part of marketing, the finance, the business administration, like so many of the different logistics, the law, and like different legal things that could happen, and branding, sales. It's like I did so much. But so many of the students, oh, I don't need to care about that. I don't need this. I don't. But throughout the years, I keep having students write me. Oh, yeah. It's like, because even especially about the multi stream part, and some of their parents have businesses, and they, like, some of them brag to me, oh, well, I never have to look for a job. I'm just going to work for my family's business. Okay. But then when I start talking about multi stream, oh, well, my parents don't have to think about that. Their business is already great and amazing. Then COVID hit. Then some of them write me, Professor, yeah, well, my parent, yeah, it's like with that multi stream stuff, it's like, my mom was wondering if maybe you can call her and maybe it's like, cause yeah, we're kind of like business hasn't and that. Oh, you don't need my help. Remember, you said that you're never gonna need help and you're gonna be like successful. You're like, yeah, your parents already have the business. Like, you don't need my help. What do you need my help for? And so, yeah, when it comes to influencers, I have a lot of research and homework to do. When it comes to multi stream, I need to find people not only who enjoy the type of sense that I'm creating, but then also with my research, I need to think politically. Because, like I've said in previous episodes, I need to look for people who are on the left and genuinely on the left. Because, yeah, I don't want a Fetterman type. No. But it's like, and also, I want to possibly send some to people who may not be just candle people, but political people, because they are going to understand the meaning behind my sense and what my goals are within the company and how I want to be a voice and speak up. It's like, because I want it to be more than just a scent. I want it to be a sign of freedom of speech and also for a sign of freedom and stuff. Basically, with the Statue of Liberty, everything that she stands for, But I mean, I know that's a lot, but I mean, well, I mean, my candle business will never be, of the. Anyway, you'll find out more about it down the line. Yeah, but so yeah, I really want to find a good mix and a diverse mix because, well, yeah, I want to make sure I get to the LGBTQ plus because I love and adore. And I know with my like I on my other channel, I've been talking about how Joy Behar is like, I cringe and hate what she said, but she had a great point. She had a good point because our country is still, we still got a lot of bigots in this country. It's like with what she said, and I'm gonna have a part two with what I was talking about with that episode, but she was like, and that's another reason my my business and my candles are what they are, to voice out and speak out about the injustices and the bigotry and to celebrate the humanity in everyone. So I really want to make sure that, like, because, oh, RuPaul, oh my gosh, if I could send, oh my gosh, if I could send RuPaul one, that would be amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I also want to reach to the disability side and maybe those who have a disability, as well as people who take care of people with a disability, because both matter and both would fit within the cause and the voice that I have, especially, yeah, when I say I'm trying to start a business. Oh, what are you trying to do? Why are you trying to start a business? Just, you can just live off the government. You're lucky. Do you know how many people say I'm lucky or fortunate? Idiots, bigots, stupid. No. Anyway, so LGBTQ, political left, and then candles and home design, the disability community. I think those are going to be like my main, but also, oh yeah, it's like women, but yeah, black women, yes. So, but all of them will have to be on the left. No Candace Owen types. No, 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 not in here. Nope. So, but yeah. So I need to plan out and also which candle, because I'm going to start ordering the scents so I can create my full lineup. But I'm not sure, should I just start with a couple or a few, because I don't want to just bombard, because the selection theory, which I taught many of my classes, but they didn't pay attention or listen. So at the like, yeah, it's like I'm now going over everything I've taught, but it's just so funny. While I work on these things, it just reminds me of how important they are. Like while I'm doing it, is because at first I'm just like, oh, okay, I have to think like Yankee Candle, Bath and Body Works. I'm like, no, no, no. And that's one reason why, well, they get a lot of sales and everything like that, but especially scent wise, like when you first walk in, you're like, what the? Ooh. And there's so many to choose from, which is good, but also, I mean, but theirs is different than a grocery store when you think of options. And so, yeah, I don't want to be like, some of you guys probably already know this, but yeah, when you're going into a store with the purpose of scent, yeah, it's like that's one reason why they're so successful, because you're walking in ready for the high selection. But when you're going into a grocery store and you see candles and scents, one reason why it's so limited, because your brain isn't ready for so many options. And so that's one reason why the shelves and with businesses it's so competitive, because if you have so many options, I there was one study that I remember when I assigned two, at least two different classes to watch the video and read an article about it. The very next week, I started teaching and talking, and like the whole class is just quiet. And some of the kids are playing it off, nodding, and then I'm like, okay, you know what? It's your turn. Teach me, because I'm like, you guys are, yeah. Only one student out of the class. No, two. Okay, one of them showed up late because, yeah, I'm not gonna say why because I remember why, but yeah. But it was funny. It's like when they walked in, sat down, they were like, "Oh, professor, blah blah blah," and they already knew what the other student, because the other student was talking about the study. And so when they walked in, they put, "Oh yeah, I'm ready, I'm ready, you're ready." So then both of them, and so I had to stop them because I felt so bad. Because I'm like, you guys are basically teaching the class. And it's like, yes, I love this and I want this, but at the same time, it shouldn't be two versus like 16 or 18 or something like that. It's like at least half the class should have. But then, so with selection, I have to decide. And yes, I am going to be candles and greeting cards. And so people should be ready, but at the same time, if I'm going to be brand new and just new period, and I want to make sure the quality, because that's another thing I covered, like, yeah, quality is so important. And I just watched a video about small businesses yesterday, and this, like, I keep hearing the example in different videos of this person selling a t-shirt for $50. I'm like, whoa, whoa. But then I think about my candle, I'm like, oh no, because my candle, like my candles, my 8 ounces might be around $42. So, but it's not going to be like mine is going to be the like an apricot wax blend. That's the highest quality of waxes, but it's going to be a mix. So it's going to, and the mixture adds longevity and things like that. So, yeah. Yeah. So, like, when I heard that, I was like, "Oh, oh, oh, yeah, it's okay, it's not $50, but it's kind of close." But it's yeah, but it's gonna be quality, longevity, and yeah, it's not gonna be a Louis Vuitton type thing, No, but so yeah, that's another thing I need to make sure, and that's another reason why packaging, because if I wanna send it to influencers, and if I want this business to get looked at in a serious way, I need to make sure the packaging, the labeling, and yeah, I finished the labels last week. Yes, oh, it felt so good. And they look, oh my God, like I'm gonna try to order samples so I can make sure that's exactly what I want it to look like. Oh, but I'm excited. I am very excited. Anyway. And I'm gonna be coloring the waxes too. I have an Excel sheet, so I then like with each color and the recipe for each one. So I'm gonna be working on that too. So with all of that, I have to make sure the packaging is going to influence the influencer to like at least test it, try it, and mention it and talk about it in their episode or in their shows and or TikToks. Because yeah, I also have to remember the TikTok atmosphere. So it's like because I need to look up Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and there's others. And I want to do Canada and international, but baby steps. So then I also have to make sure they are USA because there's one guy in Europe. Oh, I want to send it like the way he does he's a makeup artist and stuff like that. He has like two different channels, reaction and like beauty products and stuff like that. It's like I adore him. And oh, he's LGBTQ plus. It's like, oh, he's adorable. I want to send him one so badly. But I'm like, "Ooh, I don't got that money." But he has a lot of American subscribers, so he would be great. But at the same time, I don't want to leave out the other subscribers too. So, and I know there's one you like she tries to make sure she stays out of politics as much as possible. So she may, but it's like she's in Canada, so but she has like 2 million viewers. And yeah, it's like I want to make sure I like cuz that's when I have to be like, remember, don't do what your students were doing. Don't look at the count, don't look at the number. But but it's like she does a lot of wedding content or are you the a-hole content and stuff like that, and that trends and people love that. And like her with her videos, it's like she has like the potatoes and stuff, like potato heads and everything like that. But yeah, it's like she has like the same aura and the same sense of humor that I love and adore. And so it's not because of I mean, the number is a cherry on top, to be honest, but it's like her sense of humor, her personality, and the content, especially a lot of people who get married as wedding gifts, people give candles. So that would be perfect and amazing. So yeah, there's a lot to think about, but I need to look at people who kind of have the same aura or image as her and see. So yeah, there's a lot of things to think about, a lot of things to study, and I need to look at other varieties as well. Because I've already mentioned I want to give one to Stephen Colbert and Whoopi Goldberg, and also he played James Charles in the movie. I can't think of his name, but his younger sister who passed away from not from Down syndrome, but she passed away. But yeah, he's on my mind. He's in my mind, but I can't think of his name. And I know you guys are probably saying his name, but yeah, I plan on sending him one as well with a greeting card and stuff because I will never forget when he took his sister to one of the award ceremonies and the smile on her face. He lit up her light. I mean, it was beautiful. It was amazing. And so he is another example of someone I want to make sure I give my flowers to because he made sure she lived a beautiful life. And a lot of people don't understand the importance. A lot of people just want disabled people to stay at home, but he didn't let no, he let his sister live. And I'm sorry, I'm just it lights up my heart so much. So Jamie Foxx, okay. I know it was going to come to my mind, but okay. Thank you so much for listening and hanging out with me. And if you're looking for the influencers and things, that's how I kind of think of things. So there's going to be a part two because I have a long ways to go before I finish my finalized list. Thanks. Take care. Talk to you later.